Oh, welcome to week 6 of our 10-week half marathon training. This week we are putting the spotlight on what I think are one of the most underappreciated heroes of running, our feet. You heard me, our feet. I'm going to share some pretty surprising reminders about how hard our feet actually work and what they endure on our behalf. And of course, we will be checking in with each of the training runs this week in week 6. While you're watching, sit back, put your feet up, stretch your toes, and hang with me for a little bit because I'll even show you how to stretch your toes. I am running a half marathon in just a few short weeks. Ooh, wait, I'm not freaking out. You're freaking out. Do people even say freaking out? Sorry, I get a little carried away with these things. I am getting a little anxious about the whole thing, though. But I do love the event. The Blue Nose Marathon event is a fabulous weekend in Nova Scotia. I am so glad you're here. My name is Angela, and this is my channel, Lead Your Living. And this is a 10-week series I'm doing on my training and all of my experiences I'm having with this 10-week training of a half marathon. Let's jump into week 6. We are starting with training day 36. So Sunday was supposed to be a long run day, but I actually did that long run on the last day of week 5 and swapped my short and long runs. I was having to pull my lip down so I could comfortably breathe through my nose. It is allergy season. We are Sunday, the beginning of week 6, and I started with a slow 6K. Some very interesting things today. I actually even dictated some notes in my phone while I was running so I'd remember to say it. But funny thing is, my phone's sitting over there recording me, so I can't really refer to it. I know I will get better organized with these. Maybe by week 10, when the whole thing's done, I'll be better organized. It was a really nice Sunday morning run. I was starting and I was thinking, okay, I'm going pretty good or whatever. I think I'm going slow. And then I picked it up a little tiny bit and I thought, okay, this still feels okay. And I looked and my heart rate was 128 or something. And I thought, interesting. I'm a little encouraged that I'm able to do a bit of a higher pace now within that, with less work, with my heart working less than it had to originally. So anyway, I'll take the small wins. So the details are 6 kilometers, 6.03. My time, 44 minutes, which is terrible, but it's supposed to be a slow run. And my pace was 7:19, but my average heart rate was 134. So something's shifting or something is changing. So again, every run comes with a little surprise. Day 37. So every Monday is cross training day in my schedule, unless I've had to switch days. As I've said in other videos, I've been using the same training schedule for years. However, my cross training day, I always just looked at that as another rest day. I didn't actually do anything. Well, let me just tell you, I have not missed a cross training day yet in this training series. And if I'm not at Cindy's exercise class, I am down in my basement trying to get my body moving. First of all, let me say that no feet were harmed in the making of this next segment. However, they definitely got stretchier. Okay, this may look ridiculous, but if you are a runner, you need to pay attention to your feet. Did you know that the force of your feet when running can be 2.5 to 3 times your body weight? Heel strikes, in particular, produce forces of 3 to 4 times our body weight. So, just to put some numbers to that, if you're a 150-pound runner, this means that each time your heel strikes the ground, it can generate around 600 pounds of pressure. So, as you've been seeing, the first one just involves raising your big toe, lifting your big toe while trying to push your other 4 toes into the ground. But then it switches to keeping your big toe on the floor and raising your other 4. I struggled with this a bit. This was hard to do. I'm getting a little bit better, but this is my first time practicing that you're seeing. All of these exercises that I'm practicing are from one video from the Run Experience channel. I'll put the link down below and you can see it up above here. It is titled Strengthen Your Feet, 4 Key Exercises for Runners. And it's an 8-minute video. You really should check that out. So as you can see, that next one was simply walking on your tiptoes for about 15 seconds is what she recommends in the video, and then doing about 15 calf raises and go very high up on your toes. So 15 and 15. This is some TLC for those tender toes. This next one, again, may look silly, but it was hard. It's grabbing and pulling a towel or something that you can put down on the floor and really scrunching your toes up to pull and grab until you get the whole thing underneath your foot. This took me a long time. Here's a hot tip. Better to do on a slippery floor than on something that has lots of grip. This next one I call the John Mellencamp exercise, only because you know that song Hurt So Good? Yeah, this hurt, but it felt good. It is simply taking a ball of some sort. She recommended tennis ball. Hey, we're Canadian, so I'm using a hockey ball, but something firm, but also that has a little bit of give, and rolling out the bottom of your feet from toe to heel. And you can do it sitting or standing. Oh, this is a really important one. You will feel it. So important to take care of your feet. So now that we have our feet exercised and stretched out and we're caring for them, let's turn toward hitting the pavement again. See what I did there? Toward. And what better way to start than to get some new sneakers?
Ooh, look how flashy they are.
I don't actually try them out until Thursday, but let's jump into the next day. Week 6, day 38, and it was 5-kilometer steady run today. And it was good. Oh my gosh, what a difference the weather makes, I think, too. So it was overcast and cloudy, but gray skies, but it wasn't windy. It wasn't cold. I may be a little overdressed, actually, but I have not looked at my watch, but I did glance at my watch a fair bit through the run. I was just trying to, I didn't look at anything other than heart rate. So distance 5.04 kilometers. My pace was 6:25, which actually it's not great, but it's not bad for me. Like, and this was not an all-out effort. If I saw my heart rate bumping up, I would try to slow down a little bit. So not an all-out effort. So an average heart rate 146. Oh, I think I'm supposed to be in around 142 or 143 for at the top end of zone 3. So I should mention this. I should have mentioned this much before now. Maybe I did in another video. If I say a number, like I'm saying 142, 143, that's all from memory. If there, just like when you go to the gas pumps and they say, if there's a discrepancy between what's on this pump and what's at the cash register has the final say. So if there's a discrepancy between the numbers that I say and the numbers on the screen, trust the screen. Training day 39. It was a 6-kilometer steady pace. It was a good run. And I actually did not look at the pace at all. I did keep checking my heart rate. And then I looked at my distance when I thought I was around the turnaround point. It was 6.27 kilometers. And I messed up my mileage again. I glanced down at my watch and I was saying, okay, it should be around 6. And I was at 6.27. And I still was a half a kilometer or more from home. So I just stopped at 6.27 and walked the rest of the way home. It felt really good to stretch my legs and do that walk and lift my knees up. And I did some slow breathing, slow nose breathing, just to get everything kind of regulated again. And my pace was 6:22. Average heart rate 149. So it's okay. I'll take it. Training day number 40. Testing out my new sneakers inside before I take them out to get them dirty. Today is the road test. Okay, week 6, my 8-kilometer race pace. As you know, my race pace to date during this training hasn't really been able to get to my race pace, so we'll see how this goes. I am really trying to get around the 6-minute mark. The new sneakers worked great. They even helped me weave around some of the potholes on the trail. Other than a little rubbing on one of my toes, they feel pretty good. Curious, a question for you, for those of you who are runners. Do you have different sneakers for different types of runs? Like, do you wear a certain pair of sneakers for a race pace or hills versus a pair of sneakers for your long, slow runs? I do not. I wear the same sneakers. I buy a pair of sneakers at least once a year and sometimes more often than that. All right, let's take a quick look at the stats for the run. It was 8.26 kilometers. and my pace was 6:06. So I'm getting closer to my um, targeted race pace. And my average heart rate was 159 beats per minute. So I think that's all okay. And so when I'm in zone 4 and 5, it's pretty much mouth breathing. When I can no longer do full nose breathing, I try to escalate up and do first in through the nose and out through the mouth, and then I'm working up to full mouth breathing for the last little bit. Day 41. And this rest day was all about good food and getting ready to spend the weekend with some people we love. Oh, and the delicious maple syrup that we have on our salmon. Day 42. Lots of fun on this 6K slow run. My husband and BFF were out following me around. So they were the camera crew, which was lots of fun. We had lots of laughs. Okay, so average heart rate 135 beats per minute. My goodness, the pace is so slow. I was hoping it might be a little faster. Anyway, it's not. The pace is 7 minutes and 24 seconds per kilometer. Total distance was 6 kilometers. Yeah, not very impressive, but 3:30 when I headed out, so late in the day. We've been drinking like tea all day, so I'm probably very hyper caffeinated, which isn't great for the heart rate. Then we went out and had a nice big sugary afternoon treat, which was delicious, I might add, and we added to that another cup of tea. So probably not the best pre-run diet, but hey, it is a holiday weekend. Family and friends are around, so I think that's what you're supposed to do. I'm just thrilled that I got the run actually in with a camera crew. I so appreciate you joining me on these videos. Thank you. And in case you're a numbers person, here you go. Information from the week at a glance. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe even do a few toe stretches this week. Remember to treat your feet like the VIPs they are. They literally carry us through the miles and across the finish line. We gave our feet some well-deserved attention and took new sneakers for a spin. Week 6 was a great week. Great food, special people to share it with, and of course, we had some great runs this week. I'll see you in week 7, and I may try to drop a couple of shorter videos for individual run days. We'll see how things go this week.